Welcome to the lesson 5 of Japanese lessons. Hello friends, this is Sujoy Chatterjee from the channel Saral Japani, bringing you a simplified and easy to understand course in Japanese language for the beginners. In lesson 4, we had started learning the Japanese alphabets written in Hiragana script. Hope you have watched that video. If not, then I would recommend to you to go through it before continuing with this lesson 5. In today's lesson, we shall continue with the Hiragana alphabets. So this is our familiar chart of Hiragana, and we did the first 5 lines in the last lesson. So let's move ahead. The next sound is ha, and we shall see how it is written and the stroke orders to write this alphabet or sound. So as you can see, the first is this vertical stroke. The second stroke will be the horizontal one in the next part, and then this stroke. So this is ha. Next is he. So in he, there is just a single stroke. Using a single stroke, we have to write this character. Then we have fu. So as you remember that after ha and he, there is no hu, but it is pronounced as fu. So this is the fu symbol, and how it is written, let's see. So this is the first stroke. This is the second stroke, like an S. This is the third stroke, and this is the fourth stroke. So in 4 strokes, we have to write this letter fu. Then the fourth letter in this series, in the line of ha hi fu he ho, is the he sound, and this is also written in a single stroke like this. Then we have the last sound of this line, ho, and it is written like this. First, this vertical and like this. And then we have the second stroke, a horizontal one, third stroke, another horizontal one, and fourth stroke will be this one. So in this way, ho will be written. The next line is the line of ma sound. So the first is ma. So ma is written like this. First, a horizontal stroke, then the second horizontal stroke. But if you watch carefully, the second stroke is little shorter than the first one. And this is the third stroke, similar to the ho one. So this is how we write ma. Then we have mi. So mi is written like this. First, this horizontal stroke, and this is the first part is horizontal, and with this we have to continue with the same stroke like this, and then the second stroke will be this. So in 2 strokes, although it looks like more than 2 strokes, but actually it is 2 strokes. So this is the first stroke and this is the second stroke. So in 2 strokes we write me. And just for your information, this is the Hindi version of me. So you can see the resemblance of the Hindi me with the Japanese me. There is like lot of similarity between the two letters in writing. Next is mu. So how we write mu? Mu is written like this. First this horizontal stroke, then we have this vertical stroke, and it is then circled in this way, and then we bring it down like this, and the third stroke will be a separated one like this. So this is mu. Next we have me. So may is written the first slanted vertical line. Then the second stroke is a curved one like this, and we circle it like this and end it here. So in two strokes, we have to write may. Then we have the last one in this line, mo. So mo is written first, these two horizontal lines in two strokes, and the third stroke is the vertical one, and it is rounded like this. So this is mo. The next line is of ya sound. This is ya, you, and yo. So ya is written like this. First, this portion in the first stroke, the second stroke, which is a vertical slanted line, and the third stroke, which is a horizontal slanted line. So this is ya, you, and yo. The next line is of ra sound. This is ra, ri, ru, re, ro. First one is the ra sound. So this is how ra is written, the first stroke, and in the second stroke, we do it like that. The first stroke and the second stroke like this. Next is ri. So it's very simple. Ri, the first stroke like this, and the second stroke like this. Next in the series is ru. So this is written in a single stroke like this, and it resembles the numeric 3 in English or Z in English. In cursive English writing, we write Z as well in a similar way. So this is ru. Then we have re. So re again, we have two strokes. This is the first stroke, which is a straight vertical line. And then the second stroke will be like this. It will come here like this. And then the third part. So in two strokes, re will be written. Next is ro, which is again similar to ru, and with the exception that there will not be any circled part here. So in one stroke, it will be written ro. Next, we have uh, a special line, which is wa, o, and na. So wa is used as a particle. So this is wa, how it is written. This is the vertical line, and this is the second stroke. So this is how it's written, wa. Then we have o. This is a particle, and it should have been vo, but it is pronounced as o. So don't get confused with the vowel sound o and this particle o. Those both are different things. So how this o is written? First, stroke this horizontal line. Then we have this H kind of writing. And then the third stroke is like this, intersecting this part here. So this is O. When we do a lesson on particles, we will discuss about it in that chapter. And the third one is na. It is written as a cursive H of English language. So this is na. So this will be used to write words like nihon, nippon, and so on. So with this, friends, we have completed the first part of the hiragana chart called gojuon, comprising of vowel sounds and the primary consonants. Now let's have a look at some similar looking alphabets that may create some confusion if not carefully observed. So first row in this series is ki, sa, and chi sounds. So if you see, there is quite a similarity among these letters, ki, sa, and chi. Similarly, nu and me. Observe the similarities between the two. And likewise, ne, re, and wa. So all these are very, very similar in look. So do practice this separately with special attention and focus so as not to get confused while writing these. So ki, sa, chi, nu and me, and ne, re, and wa. These are three sets of similar looking hiragana symbols. So next we move on to the second section of hiragana alphabets, the dakuon and the handakuon. So the green part on the left represents the gojuon, and that we have completed till now. And the next part is the dakuon and the handakuon, which is shown in this red bounded section. And these represents the sounds that are murky or semi-murky. So we have in the top we have ka, ki, ku, ke, ko, and in the down we have ga, gi, gu, ge, go. So look at the similarity of these alphabets, ga, gi, gu, ge, go with ka, ki, ku, ke, ko, except for those two short segments here in each of these. On the top right corner, there is no other difference of this line with the ka, ki, ku, ke, ko. So similar is the case with sa, shi, su, se, so, and za, ji, zu, ze, zo. So these are almost the same except for those two short segments at the top right corner. Likewise, ta, chi, tsu, te, to, and da, ji, zu, de, do. And the next one is ha, hi, fu, he, ho with ba, bi, bu, be, bo, and these were the dakuons, and we have a line called handakuon, which is pa, pi, pu, pe, po. So here you can see instead of those two short segments, there is a circle at the top right corner. So this is the only line in the hiragana chart where you will see such kind of notation. So this is the only line pa, pi, pu, pe, po, which is known as the handakuon line. So with this, we complete the gojuons, the dakuons, and the handakuons. So we still have some more alphabets and sounds left in the Japanese sounds chart. But before proceeding with that, let us do some kind of writing practice. Friends, take out your notebook and write with me. So this is hiragana practice, and I shall be writing all these sounds in my notebook. So you can follow the same. And if you have a graphical notebook, the graph papered notebooks or a mathematics notebook with those squared cells, then it will be easier for you to practice. So first I have written the vowel alphabets A, E, U, A, O, and now I am writing the first consonant line, which contains Ka, Ki, Ku, Ke, Ko. The second line gives the consonant S in English or the sa sound, and combining with the vowel sounds, we have these five symbols in Japanese: sa, shi, su, se, and so. Sa, shi, su, se, so. Then we come to the third line: ta, chi, tsu, te, and to. Ta, chi, tsu, te, to. The fourth consonant line gives the sound n, and we have the five sounds: na, ni, nu, ne, no. Na, ni, nu, ne, no. So with continuous practice, you can master these alphabets and letters, and the more you practice, more beautiful you will be able to write them. The fifth line of the consonant series is ha, he, fu, he, ho. So I am writing fu at the moment: ha, he, fu, he, and ho. This is the fifth line of the consonants. The next will be the sounds for the consonant ma. First one is ma, then we have mi, then we have mu, me, and mo. Ma, mi, mu, me, and mo. So you can see the similarities between ho and ma. The next line is ya, you, and yo. There are just three sounds here: ya, you, and yo. There is no yi and ye sound in Japanese. Ya, you, yo. The next line in this series of consonants is ra, ri, ru, re, ro. Ra, ri, ru, re, ro. Then we have this special line va, which is used as a particle. Then we have another particle o, and we have an additional na. As I said, it will be used for words like nihon that doesn't have a vowel with it. Ga, gi, gu, ge, go. So this means we have completed the gojuons, and now we have started with the dakuons. Ga, gi, gu, ge, go. The second line of the dakuon series is za, ji, zu, ze, zo. Za, ji, zu, ze, zo. Za, ji, zu, ze, zo. Then we have ta, ji, zu, te, do. Da, ji, zu, de, do. And the final line of the dakuon is ba, bi, bu, be, bo. Ba, bi, bu, be, bo. It's the final line of the dakuon series. After that, we will have the final line for the day, which is the line of handakuons. There is a single line for handakuons, which is for the consonant pa, that is pa, pi, pu, pe, po. So as you can see, the difference with the dakuons in writing is the circle at the top right corner of the symbol instead of those two short segments. Pa, pi, pu, pe, po. So this is how I had practiced it. Hope you will also do the same in your notebook. So now continuing with the vocabulary of words written in hiragana. Asa, morning. Ashi, leg. Ashta, tomorrow. Ase, sweat. Ahiru, duck. Ari, ant. So you can you must have realized, like, while reading out ashta, I have not pronounced it as ashita, but it is ashta. This one is ashta, tomorrow. And similarly, ahiru, it's not ahiru, it's ahiru. So the last syllable has to be pronounced very lightly. Ahiru. Moving ahead, isu, chair. Inu, dog. Ishi, stone. Ito, female child. Usagi, rabbit. Uma, horse. Ue, above. Uta, song. Ushi, cow or bull. Uchi, home. Eki, station. Eno, bay. Ebi, shrimp. Empitsu, pencil. So here the point to be noted is that although it's N written here, so we are writing Enpitsu, but while pronouncing we call it Empitsu. We get the ma sound here, Empitsu. So that is basically to make the pronunciation easier. So it is more difficult to pronounce it as Enpitsu. So we call it Empitsu, which is pencil. Eda, branch. This is the branch of a tree. Oni, demon. Okashi, snacks. Osaka, this is a city in Japan. Origami. Origami is a very special art of paper folding in Japan, which is world famous. Oumo, the parrot. Otera, temple. Ohio, good morning. Kani, crab. Kasa, umbrella. Katsu, a deep fried cutlet of meat. Katsu. Karasu, crow. Kaban, a bag or a briefcase. Kagi, key. Ki, tree. Kitsune, red wolf. Kirin, giraffe. Kimono, the famous Japanese dress. Kuchi, mouth. Kumo, spider, and it is also used for cloud. Kumo. Kusa, grass or weed. Kushi, skewer. Kutsu, shoes. Kudamono, fruits. Keshigomu, eraser. Kesa, this morning. Keitai, mobile phone. Kono, this. Kocha, the green tea. Kodomo, child. Konnichiwa, hello or good day. Konbanwa, good evening. Sakana, fish. Sara, pan or a saucer. Saru, monkey. Same, sorry, it's same, shark. Sake, it's an alcoholic drink of Japan. Shika, deer. Shima, island. Shimauma, it's zebra. Shichi, it's number 7. Shingo, signal. Suika, watermelon. Sushi, the famous Japanese dish. Suzume, sparrow. Sumo, the Japanese style of wrestling. Semi, the cicada. Sebiro, business suit. Sentaki, washing machine. Sora, sky. Soba, the Japanese noodles. Taco, octopus. Tanuki, raccoon. Tansu, a cabinet of dryers. Tamago, eggs. Takigi, firewood. Tatemono, building. Chi, blood. Chikatetsu, the metro rail. Chikatetsu, it's not chikatetsu, it's chikatetsu. Chizu, map. Tsukue, table or desk. Tsuru, crane. Tsunami, the famous sea storm that is caused due to earthquake under the ocean. Tsunami. Te, hand. Tegami, letter or mail. Tekagami, the hand mirror. Tengu, a Japanese demon. Tebukuro, gloves. Tokage, lizard. Tora, tiger. Tori, bird. Nasu, brinjal. Nabe, utensils. Namida, tears. Niji, rainbow. Nuru, it's a verb and which means to paint. Numa, quicksand. Neji, screw. Neko, cat. And Nodo, throat. So friends, that's all for today. Hope you have understood the material presented in today's lesson. Do practice writing of hiragana chart and vocabulary in a notebook and practice pronouncing these words. So see you soon in the next lesson. Bye bye. Sayonara.